There's a, supposedly. Streaming, what is this? Oh, some BS stuff. It's like, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a minute, y'all. I haven't streamed in a minute. But let me tell you what, I got some things up my sleeve that we are going to be announcing very, very soon that we're going to be doing. So, you guys get ready, boy. Let me tell you what. That's pretty cool, man. I really want to do like a stream for you guys and make like some vegan ground beef or something out of tofu or something like that. I'd really like to do something like that. That would be really super neato. Neato fantastico. Gotta find the there's a Shure microphone app, or a couple apps actually. There we go. Shure update utility. Oh, maybe there's actually an update. 417 updates available. What? Are you kidding me? Whoa. Okay, well, I don't even know which one to even do. I thought it would like update automatically, dude. No device connected. What? Hey, welcome to the live. How you doing, man? How's everybody doing? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. What is this? It's a live stream, man. What else would it be? I'm not playing anything. I'm updating my microphone. As you can see, the microphone right here. I'm trying to update it so I can do a live stream with you guys. Not playing any games. Okay. We're gonna talk about some things. Um, and I should be getting my singing bowl today. Been waiting for this singing bowl. Should be arriving today, and I'm going to do a live stream for you guys with the singing bowl. So get ready for that. Um, but yeah, I want to have like some good conversation. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things today. Some important things today. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Give me Yes, we are back. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday, by the way. As I said, I'm getting this microphone set up so we can do a live stream. Because I got some really interesting stuff coming on down the pipeline that me and Luna are working on. We're gonna get back to regular scheduled programming, where you guys are gonna see us much more regularly. Again, a lot has transpired, and the month of February ain't gonna be, you know, easy on anybody for that matter. If you're not doing the inner work, man, you're not doing the work, and you're avoiding everything and avoiding your feelings and emotions and all of that jazz. Oh man, I feel for you. That's all I gotta say. Cause it's about to get real, man, for everyone. Like people take things so lightly and like let me tell you what, man, if you haven't been through some shit, I'm just getting chills when I say that. There's supposed to be another Shure microphone app that was installed. I don't understand. Where did it go? It's not this one because this is an installer. There's supposed to be an app where you can adjust everything, like the mic settings and everything. And I'm waiting on my microphone for my DJI mic, so you guys can hear me much better. Was supposed to be delivered on Friday and it didn't get delivered, so it has been delayed. So as soon as I have that, you guys will be hearing me much better on the mic. But they supposedly have an app. Actually, I know there's a well, I'm not gonna be able to scan it on my computer though. Software here. Let's see what they got. It was all firmware. So I'm sure there's a firmware update for this microphone. Let me see. Sure. MV7 Plus. No, there's nothing. Probably too new, but I know that there's like software though. I mean, because I saw it the other day, but I don't see it now. Hey, B Brow 135. What's good, man? I think you guys just like to troll, man. Because see, Intelli desktop app for configuring audio signal processing for conferencing system. Desktop app for designing and configuring no, it's not it. Desktop app for audio recording, mixing, and streaming. We are going to be doing that. But why? I already installed it and I don't see it. Let's try it again. So this one is supposed to be for recording and streaming and everything, which I did download it already. What's he doing? Updating a microphone. What are you doing? Waiting for everybody to join. Giving it a few minutes. What are you doing? You know, it's like download for the Mac. See, I already downloaded this, but we'll try it again. Show in Finder. Yeah, I did download this already. I knew it. Okay, well, let's redo it. This is supposed to be good for like streaming and everything, which is going to be really helpful. I hope. And I can also record with it, supposedly. What are you eating on this fine Sunday morning? Welcome to the live stream, where we're going to talk about everything spiritual and everything not so spiritual. Doesn't matter. We talk about everything here. We got a really good podcast coming up too, y'all. So get ready for that too. Like I said, man, some big projects I'm working on with Luna that we're going to be, bringing out to the public very soon. Oh yeah, I did already open. I had this, man, already. I don't know why it didn't show up before. Zoom audio, yeah. Gotta just put all the things on the mixer. Yeah, I already had this. So apparently I can record, like I can stream right from this app. It's pretty cool. And I can record it. Speakers, yeah, we want to use those. I'm gonna just test this, alright, real quick, y'all. So, hold on. Mixer. 3, 2, 1. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing, man? What's happening? What is happening up in here? We are testing out this microphone and the microphone levels to see how it sounds and the quality of the microphone. And if we need to change any settings to get ready for this podcast we're about to record. All right, that's good enough. Let's see how it sounds. Show in library, show in folder, show in library. Let's just do show in library. Okay. 1. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing, man? What's happening? What is happening up in here? We're testing out this microphone and the microphone levels to see how it sounds and the quality of the microphone. And if we need to change any settings to get ready for this podcast we're about to record. All right, that's good enough. It's kind of weird though, man. It sounds like it's good, everybody. It sounds like I'm in a bathroom or something, to be quite honest. Let's delete this. We don't need that anymore. But man, it sounded like I'm in a bathroom. I've got to adjust these settings. Sound check. Sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Ambient noise. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, so start recording. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's not bad. It definitely sounded different, like on YouTube or on Restream when I was streaming. It had a deeper tone to it, so I definitely have to play around with these settings to adjust it so that it has a deeper tone to it. But how's everybody doing? Welcome to the live stream, everybody. How y'all doing, man? Happy Sunday, man. You know, I'm not sure exactly yet what the conversation is going to be about today, but I can tell you this right now, and this is what I keep being led to and guided to, because the more things that begin to become exposed, meaning like the Epstein files and all these things that are coming out, the truth that's beginning to come out, that humanity is beginning to find out that every single thing, corporation, uh, even your boss for that matter, is involved in things that some of us cannot conceptualize with the mind, how somebody could actually do those things to others, you know. And this is going to be a more there's going to be much more disclosure in the month of February, you know, like legit. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to say it other than you really have to be grounded. You really have to work on like grounding and centering yourself, and you know, um, laughing more. Speaking of, I'm not going to talk about it just yet, but there's a um, me and Luna just are finishing up another course that we just did the past 8 days that we're going to be bringing to you all. So get ready, man. Um, there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing and offering, and I'm really excited, man, about this, because I know that we can allow for more people to come in, um, you know, and in hopes, man, change the world, change people's lives, you know. So I definitely am excited about the different things that we're going to be talking about, so to speak. So I got to find this other. There's another Shure microphone app that you can like change settings and stuff, but I don't see it just yet. It's not Motive Mix. That one's one of them, but there's another one. Update utility. That's garbage, that thing, because it's like you really have to know what the hell you're updating. Um, Network devices. Yeah, I don't even see a mobile app for device configuration. It's like, I don't get it, dude. Where's the freaking app that they said that this thing had or came with? Because I definitely don't see it. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's a bunch of baloney, if you ask me. Hmm. Okay, so I'll figure this out later. I don't see it. I'll have to go open the box back up and look in there, because yeah, I don't see it, unless, wait a minute, let me see, unless it's under the actual microphone category. MV7 Plus. This is it right here. So maybe OBS. Oh, maybe you got to use OBS compatibility with um, video mobile app. OBS Zoom certified and Motive Mix. No, that's not really what I was looking for. Apparently, I can actually use this microphone on my with YouTube on the live stream, but it'd be kind of great. No, I guess you could. I guess I should just try this out. It does take a C port. You know what? Let me see. Let's try this out, y'all. Let me see what this would sound like with hooking this microphone up to here. Curious now. Okay. So how do I sound, guys? Does it sound any better? Does it sound different? I'm assuming it's using this microphone right now in this app to for audio. You don't really have much choices in the YouTube app. If somebody could just tell me in the chat how the audio sounds, that'd be great. I didn't even think about hooking this up to the phone and using it as the microphone for that. But I'm of course I'm planning to use. I have a wireless mic. I'm getting lapel. It's on its way, so it's just delayed in delivery. But this one is going to be used for the podcast and for desktop streams. But we'll see. I guess I could just watch the replay and just see how it sounds. If it sounds any different. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's where I'm gonna. So I'll know the difference when I get up to that. But if anybody can type in the chat how the audio sounds, that'd be great. If you can tell a difference or not. But I will watch the replay and see for myself. But thank you, everyone, for your time. That's pretty cool. Didn't even realize that. I didn't realize I could actually do that. Because I'm more thinking it's like this big microphone that's meant for like desktop streaming and stuff, not for really streaming on a phone. But it's pretty cool though. Hey, what's happening, man? Welcome to the live stream. Happy Sunday, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna tell you what. Don't save it. Well, I should have saved it. I'll probably have to do it again, all over again. So I save it. Yeah, I figured. Okay, now if I closed out, save. Nah, forget it. Never mind. Just close it out. Sorry. So yeah, I wanna like have a conversation with you guys, man, because anybody watching the replay or watching, or on the live stream, the amount of people that come into these live streams gaslighting and trolling and bullying people and making fun of them, and I've been streaming for years now, and it happens all the time. But see, we have been conditioned and programmed a certain way, basically to be negative, to tear people down, to if someone's winning, then you become automatically jealous of them because it's not you, and then you start to tear someone down. I'm not saying you, I'm generalizing this, okay? So this This is like general. Not when I say you, I don't mean you particularly. I'm generalizing it. So it's, and I understand it. I understand it because, again, I talked about this numerous times that I woke up at 7 years old. I woke up at 7 years old questioning everything. And then you have people that didn't wake up and they didn't question a thing. And then you have people that worked a 9 to 5 and had this strict, like, this is how I make my money. This is what I do. I go to this job. I work this 9 to 5. I go home. I eat dinner. I do the same thing all over again. I was told that I need to save money for my retirement. All these things that we're told to do as a child, as we grow up, that we begin to take on other people's beliefs and identity of what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And then then we start to question when we wake up, and we start to begin to question and say, well, this doesn't resonate, this doesn't align with me, this doesn't feel right, but yet I'm doing it because this is how I was taught, this is what I was told, this is how I grew up, watching my father, watching my mother, watching a family member, and again, all of it is based off of your perception, the way you viewed life and how you grew up. Then you begin to create these values and these, morals and these beliefs. And again, through music, through television, through mainstream media, through schooling, through all of it, we're programmed to essentially be a certain way and show up in a certain way. And again, a lot of it was negative. A lot of it was, let me skip school, let me skip class. It's cooler to do that, to hate the teacher, to clown the teacher. If you're in a group of friends, and most of the time, most of us, women and men, girls and boys, if you're like doing really good in class, and you're like 10 years old or 12 years old or whatever, and you're like kind of hit puberty and you're doing really good in class, you think you're going to tell your friends that you got like a 4 point? I mean, maybe some of you did. I'm not going to sit here and say everybody, but majority, okay? Majority would be like, nah, man, I got like an F. I failed this class. I got to take summer school. It was like cooler to fail and to flunk than it was to have a 4.0 average or higher, and to be like straight A's all across the board. Then you're like this teacher's pet. You're made fun of. You're bullied for like, um, yeah, I mean they are, but I'm referring to a lot of us that grew up in like the 90s and 80s and 70s. It is still an issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, so in order for you to be accepted, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm skipping. Let's skip class today. Like it looks cool, or to steal something, or just do bad things is accepted, versus like, you know, being a good student and learning. Now, mind you, I don't agree with any of the stuff they teach in these schools anyway. Like, don't think that I'm sitting here saying that public school is good, because it's all lies and programming. I truly believe that. And if I had a kid of my own, I would homeschool them, or I would take them out of there like immediately. That's just me personally. That's my opinion, because I don't believe that they're teaching anything that's useful at all. Um, I mean, I've said it 1,000 times that I truly believe that they need to teach emotional regulation. They need to teach, um, you know, how to deal and handle your emotions. I believe that they should teach how to do breath work and how to laugh. Like laughing is fun. Laughing is important. I feel that they should teach you how to do yoga. They should teach you how to make a fire. They should teach you how to be self-sustainable. They should teach you how to grow vegetables and fruits. So you're not reliant on anyone or anything, that you can, you know, survive no matter what in any circumstance, you know. But the thing that we're taught is like separation and divide and war and fear and you know history that's not even true, that I don't believe is even true. Again, this is all my opinion, you know. You may have a different opinion. You may think school was fantastic. By high school, the college bound smart kids all found each other and formed their own social group. Their main focus was their GPA. And yeah, exactly. But you know what's funny? Well, not funny. I don't want to say funny, but yes, they had a high GPA, but what good did that do for them if like they lost power and the system, the GOV pulled the plug and you lost internet and power and you had to survive? You know, I mean, let me tell you what, man. I lived in South Florida where we had Cat 5 hurricanes and we lost power for like 2-3 weeks. I had situations where, we lost electricity for 2 or 3 weeks, and it was in the depths of summer in South Florida. And anyone from Florida or has gone to Florida knows how hot and humid it can be, especially in the summertime. And then to have no food and no restaurants open, no gas stations for weeks, and so you had to survive. You had to know what to do. What is someone with a high GPA going to do with that when they weren't taught how to be self-sustainable? When they weren't taught how to regulate their nervous system properly, when they weren't taught how to breathe properly, when they weren't taught how to regulate their emotions, when they weren't taught how to use anger in a healthy way. I can go on, the things that we're not taught in school. Colleges too, it's like a complete waste, all of it. I truly believe it's all a complete waste. I don't use anything that I gained from my associate's degree in college. Nothing. I don't even remember anything that I learned in school. In elementary, middle, I guarantee I could do a survey and thousands of people on here would say the same damn thing. They don't even remember. All they remember is being probably picked on and bullied, and that they skipped a lot of school and that they did drugs and alcohol, and like none of it is fun. None of it is exciting. None of it is things that, I mean, we should have electives with things that we love and enjoy, and they don't. And then all the kids want to do is get out of school as quickly as they can. Like, I remember, that's the only thing I remember when I was in middle school and high school and elementary school. All I wanted to do was graduate and get out as fast as I could. And I know everybody was like that. It's like the things that we're taught, the things that we're shown are not things that we enjoy. We're just taught we have to get out into the workforce and we have to make money. And that's it. So that you can buy more crap, so you can support the systems more, consumerism, so you can be more in debt, so you can be more stressed out and not really enjoy life or why you actually came here. And I'm here to wake people up and to realize the truth of who they are and just awaken people to the crap that has been going on for thousands of years. And it all has been slavery and enslavement. And we're quickly finding out as these Epstein files more and more become released that the people that we have elected and the people we thought were good individuals to find out that they're actually not. And their agenda is feeding off our fear and feeding off us spending more and more money. And most people work themselves to the bone and don't actually enjoy their younger years to then be sick and ill when they're old. And then they're using the money that they worked their ass off for to basically try to bring themselves back, try to get their health back. I mean, if you can't see something wrong with those systems and with these systems that are currently functioning or have been, and they're falling apart as we speak, every single one of them. I mean, whether it be, I mean, everyone is beginning to see that. Well, the medical just gives you things to hide what you're experiencing, to then have more side effects, to then have more issues than you had when you went in. I mean, all of these things do not make any sense whatsoever. Again, this is my opinion. I'm speaking from my own experience, from my own opinion. If you don't agree, that's okay. You perfectly. But I would love to hear when you woke up. Like, comment below these videos, man. Talk about your story. Talk about when you woke up. I'm always looking for people, man, that I can bring on the podcast, bring on the show, that can talk about their own awakening, their own experience, their own life journey, and where they're at. So I'm always scouting for new people, man, that I can bring on an interview and talk to and have a conversation with. So please comment your stories in the comments below these videos so I can read. I love reading everyone's comments. I love commenting. So does Luna. And I love meeting new people that I can, bring on and interview and talk with and have a conversation about some of these things. So, because here's the thing, man. The more we shine light on these things, the more we talk about it, the more it's being brought to light. What we've been doing for my entire lifetime, and my mom's and my father's, and is basically just, no, we can't talk about that. No, don't talk about that. That's not, you can't talk about that. You're going to be locked up if you do. No. And I don't just mean on social media, man. I mean, when I say talking about it, talking about these types of things, spirituality, talking about your awakening, talking about what you think the school system should be like. The more we talk about these things, the more people are beginning to question things. The more people are beginning to question everything. And this is how we get momentum and movement behind these things to make actual changes. But if everybody just says, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to know what's happening, I just want to turn my head the other way, then we're just dusting it under the rug, and we're going to continue to experience what we've been experiencing that most of us don't want to experience, that don't like, that aren't cool with. So it's like, the more people that are courageous and ballsy enough to go to put their voice out and speak on these things, the more that these things are going to get light shined on them, and the people that are doing no good and up to no good will be exposed, and the systems will crumble because more people will walk away and take their energy back. And when you pull back from going, like an example, like going to a restaurant, and the less and less people go, eventually the business closes down. And that's essentially how things work. So the more people that learn natural and alternative ways to heal, the more people that eat healthier, that exercise, that do good for their body physically, mentally, and spiritually, the less we're going to need to go to these medical places. And then the less and less they will have less and less business. The insurance companies will have less and less claims because people will be more healthy and more aware and more conscious and know what to do to take care of themselves. And we won't need it. And then it will just fall apart. And better things will be available to us all. And that's what's happening. We're raising our vibration. We're raising our frequency. We're going higher in consciousness. We're questioning everything. We're realizing that these systems no longer serve our highest good, They don't serve us any longer. They just are detrimental to us and our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, our physical health. And people are losing family members, friends, partners left and right to these illnesses that it can in fact be eradicated. And I know this because I watched my dad heal from 4-stage Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And it was no mistake. And just seeing him do it, I learned at a young age that anything is possible, that I could do it too. That anyone could do it. With the right knowledge, with the right information, and with the want to do it. Like, again, no matter what information you get and receive, if you don't want it bad enough, then it's just not going to be for you. Like, your will to want it bad enough, like, and I say this because my dad in 1997 healed from 4-stage cancer. He healed again in 2011 from cancer. The last time he got cancer again, which was 2022, he passed away. Why? Because he didn't want it. It was his time. And I respect that, and I understand that, and I accept it. As challenging and difficult as it is, he didn't want it anymore. He did what he came here to do, and it was his time, right? But those other times, he fought. He wanted it so bad that he was tapped in and tuned in with his guides and angels and God and the universe, and he did and listened to everything and followed his intuition and his inner guidance, which then he fought like hell. And he was damn sure going to make it. And he did. And he was cancer free for like 20, 25 years more before getting it again. Why? Because he began to fall back into his old ways. And so in doing so, it came back. Again, it was a sign for him to pivot and change, but he didn't. He did in 2011, he didn't in 2022. He had the opportunity. When I went into his Akashic Records, he was given 3 months, and that's exactly how long it took before he passed. Now, mind you, he could have changed it. He had the opportunity. He was warned. He didn't listen. He didn't want it bad enough at that point. And that's exactly what happened. He transitioned. So, yes, the knowledge is helpful if you want it bad enough. Again, you have to want to change. If you don't want to change, then, all of the information and knowledge is useless without wanting it. And how badly do you want it is the question. How badly do you want to stop suffering? How badly do you want to change? How badly do you not want to feel the things you're feeling that your body's just telling you, hey, listen, Jack. Hey, listen, Jerry. You're hurting me by doing this. You're hurting me by continuing to consume this. Now it's your choice to choose to change. And I say this with, like if it's drinking or if it's a certain type of food that you get a reaction in your body from that's not pleasant. But then you continue to do it because the addiction outweighs the suffering. And a lot of people choose to suffer over that they just can't stop the addiction, or they don't want to stop. Because here's the thing, man. When you choose to stop something that you've been doing for so long, majority of the time there's things that are linked to it. And by linked to it, I mean friends, family, things you do on a regular basis. Maybe if you're smoking, like cigarettes. Like I used to smoke cigarettes, and I used to hang out, and we would go to the bar and the club, and when I would drink and do different party rave drugs and things like that, I would smoke more. And of course, the people that I was associating with and doing these things with did that as well. So it made it even harder. I had to completely walk away from the relationships to give up the habit, or it made for a much more difficult time to give up the habit because of these certain people that I was friends with for many, many years, or family, or whoever it was. So it's like a lot of times these things that we do are associated with people and places. So you have to basically give up everything and change everything in order to give up the habit, majority of the time. Again, for me, I had a strong enough willpower and I wanted it bad enough finally that no matter what, it didn't matter. I still was, when I was ready, I was ready. But that's the whole thing. You have to be ready and willing to change and to change everything in your life if you're ready to give whatever you're ready to give up. Again, it's like if I don't know, I got the word Italian food, you know, if you love Italian food and you're from an Italian family, you know, yeah, you're going to have to make a lot of changes in your life if like everyone eats cheese and sauce and pasta and all these things that you just can't eat anymore because of maybe a diagnosis or whatever. You know, or maybe you're like your job and your family like they're bakers and they have like a bakery and you work there and like you can't be eating those types of foods anymore. You know, that's the whole thing that people aren't fully ready to let go of. And when I found out I had a mold and Lyme and candida and all these different things back in 2017, man, it was like extremely hard. I had to walk away from everything to change the way I was eating, the way I was moving in life. Like I had to change my entire experience. Like even I had to be, and if I was going to keep putting myself around people that continue to eat or do those things, I had to be extremely disciplined, which I am a very disciplined person to begin with. Um, I mean, just being allergic to dairy at a young age, living in a world where everything has dairy in it, has been very challenging to, you know, like everywhere I would go, everything I would do, people would be eating cheese and pizza and ice cream and like, I mean, literally, you pick up every kind of chip in these grocery stores, and most of them have milk and, or dairy in them. Most of frozen dinners and places you go to eat at restaurants, it has dairy. Dairy is a very common thing. It's much more. Um, there's a lot more places now that don't, because of some of these big places like the coffee shops and the donut shops. They've started to offer substitutes to dairy, like, but not in their donuts or their other products. They still have regular cheese and, you know, milk and dairy and all of it in their other products. But as far as like coffee goes and some of their blended drinks, they do offer alternatives to dairy. They offer almond milk and coconut milk and soy milk, and but that took like 10, 15, 20 years to to begin to offer different options. So it's like I had to be super disciplined and super, you know, like I had to have strong discipline to say nope. Like people would say to me when I was going through candida and mold and yeast and Lyme disease and all of that, you like candida, you can't eat any breads and you can't eat any, you know, flour and all, like it's so limited in your diet. You literally are eating bird seeds, okay? Let's just be real. And because everything has yeast in it, or sugar, or dairy, or just pretty much everything. And let me tell you what, man, even my dad, he knew what I was going through. And I went over to a family dinner, and they were cooking pizza because one of the parties at the gathering had a pizza oven, and they were Italian, and they were cooking pizza, and it was pizza night. And my dad's like, "Oh, you want a pizza?" I'm like, "Nope, thank you. Don't you remember I can't eat that?" And everybody was eating it right in front of my face. They didn't have a care in the world. They just ate it, knowing that I couldn't eat it. They didn't. They still didn't make like compromise, and they continued to do their thing and eat their food and right in front of my face, knowing I couldn't eat it. And you know what? I had to be mentally strong and say, no, I'm cool, and eat my salad because that's what I was eating, raw salad. That was my dinner. And I was fasting, but my main meal was quinoa, and you know, which I grew to love quinoa. I grew to love raw salad, vegetables. But a lot of people are not willing to. A doctor tells them you need to give up red meat because of your cholesterol levels and your heart, and they continue to do it secretly because they just the the food has a hold on them. Just like most of these things in the world, they have a hold on us. And the moment you finally break free of that, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't, it can't, it's like, and the feeling you get when it's like, you can walk into a party of people eating a buffet of food that you maybe choose not to, and just being able to be like, yeah, I'm cool. No, I'm good. You know, and actually restrain yourself from having it, or refrain yourself from having it is more like it. So man, it's tough. The world we're currently living in and we've been living in is a tough world, man. There's a lot of temptations out there, man. And the more and more you build that discipline, that mental discipline, the more and more none of these temptations can have a hold on you. None of them. No joke. Yeah, it's been a journey for me. Yeah, I've gone through every single kind of addiction, every single kind of temptation you could think of. And I learned over time, having discipline to say no has not been easy, but I've done it, and it's made me stronger, and it's made me um, more able to handle the world we're currently living in. Make no mistake about it. Everything that you do is a benefit to strengthening you in some way, shape, or form. And is it easy? Hell no. Is it easy to fast for 5 days? No. Have I been doing it for years to get to the point that I'm at now, that I'm able to do it with no problem? Is there a little bit of, oh man, I would like to eat that. Wouldn't mind eating that, but like the the hold that it had on me before does not have the hold on me any longer. And that's what I feel like majority of society is suffering or battling with. Oh, but if I give this up, I have to walk away from a lot of things in my life. I have to give up a lot of things in my life if I choose to give this up. If I choose to stop drinking, I can't go to the bars anymore. I can't go to the clubs unless I'm strong enough mentally to say no and just go and hang out. But I feel like what I had to do was completely stop doing it. and be disciplined enough to tell people no. When the addiction to it and the hold on you with it is so strong, and sometimes you're just like, man, fuck it. No. Oh, I almost, sorry, I apologize. I almost used a curse word, and I don't want to be cursing on here. The hold that it has on you is so strong that sometimes it's like, man, I don't know how I'm going to do that. You know, but you can and you will. It's just, when are you ready to do so? Because it starts with you. Like, when are you ready to make that change? When are you ready to finally say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I want a better life. I want to feel better. I want to make better choices. I've got a mission and a purpose here to serve. And is what I'm doing, um, modeling for someone else, some younger version of you, some child, the generations that are coming up behind you? Are you moving in a way that you want to? Because here's the thing, man. Everybody, I don't even mean just children, man. Adults too. Watch all of us every day. You have, like, you're a role model for someone, or many. And they watch what you do. Adults, children, teenagers, it doesn't matter. They're watching what you do on a daily basis. And then we sit here and we complain and we bitch about the world and the current state of everything, and yet we're not willing to make the changes necessary, because it starts with us. It starts with each and every one of us, man. And it all starts with us. We want to live in a better world. We want to leave the world in a better place than we experienced it to the children that are coming up. Then we have to make the changes. We have to learn how to make a fire, how to grow vegetables, how to grow fruits, how to be self-sustainable. We have to start doing these things, and then teaching others. Teaching others how to eat better, how to live better, how to do self-care, how to laugh more, how to, and yes, of course, you're going to get people fighting and kicking and screaming and, resisting. And maybe they'll tell you they're not ready. They're not interested. Like, it feels like you're lecturing me. I heard that. I told my dad that many times. I would always tell him, you're lecturing me. Stop lecturing me. Because that's the way I took it. That's the way I perceived it to be. But in actuality, man, he was really just trying to help me. He was really just trying to guide me, and whatever I took from it, I took from it. Whatever I decided to leave, I left. But every single one of us are teachers, and we can learn from each other. And if you have skills and knowledge and know-how, teach. Because, man, there's people out there that are waiting for you to speak up, to show up. And show up in your power and help. The feeling you get when you help someone and they actually come back and they tell you, man, thank you. You changed my life. You saved my life. The way that feels, man, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything you could buy with money or anything else in this world that feels better than someone telling you that you saved their life, that you changed their life, that you helped them to not have to go through what you went through. And yes, sometimes it's hard for you to accept something from someone that, is close to you, and you need to hear it from someone outside of your circle, or that's not a family member, But man, there is nothing like the feeling of helping someone and then that person coming back and saying, thank you. You changed my life. You saved my life. Because, man, let me just tell you that every single one of us have some sort of yeah. I mean, it's like everything that you go through, there's someone else going through it. And you may have gotten through it, and got to the light at the end of the tunnel. And now there's somebody else going through the same thing you went through or similar. And now you could maybe help people so that they don't have to go through what you went through in the way that you went through it. Like, you know, every day I come on here and I'm guided to teach something new, teach something that I'm experiencing or I have experienced, and I wish when I was going through stuff that there was someone there, that there was YouTube, that there was people speaking about these things that now are starting to do so. Because when I was going through things, we didn't have these things, we didn't have these outlets. And it was just like, no one really had an answer for me. No one really could help me. No one really even understood or even knew what I was going through because they never went through it themselves. But now more and more people are coming forward and have gone through Dark Night of the Souls and awakenings and mold and Lyme and all these different things, or like my dad healing from 4th-stage cancer and then going on to help thousands of people, which is exactly what he did. He could have chose not to. He could have chose to just live his life. But no, he chose to volunteer his time and give back to thousands of people, and people that weren't even going through the same thing that he went through, but it's still one and the same. They still are going through some sort of disease in the body that he was able to help them and guide them. Yeah, there was ones that passed away. Yeah, there was ones that didn't fight and didn't want it bad enough, and they just gave up. And yeah, there was plenty that thanked him later on for helping them survive and change their life for the better. And yeah, most made the changes and then fell back, and gave up and kind of went back to their old ways, And then there was ones that didn't. And there's ones that stuck to it and went on to teach others and to help others. And it became a domino effect. You help someone, and that person has a life-changing experience. Now what are they going to do? Go on and help somebody else. And then that person's going to go on, and it becomes a domino effect. And that's how we quite literally change the world. It can be that simple. Yet we make it so complicated. We make it so difficult. We make it so, we confuse ourselves when, man, you went through something, get out there, start a YouTube channel, share it. Take a class, teach people in the class, write a curriculum to help others. I'm getting chills down my whole back because this is what the New Earth School is going to be all about, And every single day, man, I come on these lives and I start talking about we need to teach kids how to be self-sustainable. We need to teach them how to grow vegetables and fruits. And every time I'm talking about this, I'm shining light on it. And I'm putting it out there to the universe. Meaning that it's going to happen. Meaning that I'm going to teach people, adults, kids, because adults too need to be reprogrammed and relearn, And it's going to happen no matter what. Because I know it, and I will not stop. Because I know that if I had it when I was a kid, I would be in such a different place at this time in my life. So I know that these are things that would have helped me and would have helped the planet. So, of course, I'm going to teach these things that will not only benefit me, but it will benefit the collective as a whole. Hey, Rick, 1707, what's good, man? Frost, Gecko, how you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. Tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. I'm supposed to be getting the sound bowl today, so maybe I'll go live later. I know you guys are all going to be engulfed in the big bowl game. I'm not really going to be watching it, so I may live stream. I don't know. We'll see. But I know that majority of the world is going to be watching it. Mr. Jeff. Oh, Lord. But yeah, man. Thank you, everybody, man. I'm be getting this new sound bowl today. I can't wait to try it. I don't know what time it's coming, so we'll just have to see. What do you mean, books? But I'm gonna head out of here. It was a fun live stream as always, man. Please tap the like button, everybody. And if you all want to donate, we have super chats, man. You could donate to our cause, myself and Luna's cause. Oh, I got you. Well, they're gonna be playing it worldwide. So, from what I understood, but I don't even know who's even playing, and to be honest with you, I don't really even care. You too, Rick. Please subscribe to the channel, man. Okay? We got so much more things coming, man. Just stay tuned and go sign up to our free newsletter at DarenandLuna.com. Sign up on all social medias at Daren and Luna. Join our Facebook community because we're trying to go live stream on Facebook and we need like 40 something more followers. So please go follow us on Facebook as well. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Take care of yourselves and each other, man. Spread love. Spread more love. I love you all, man. I'll see you soon. We got a lot of new things coming, you know. Stay blessed, stay well, stay healthy, spread love around the world, man. That's what we need, more loving kindness and compassion, man. And yeah, and I'll see you guys soon.